PodcastOne presents the Steve Austin Show Classics.
Get right back to, I'm fixing to ask Post Malone about touring, but he asked me a question. I don't want it to be just me grilling him. What's the question you had?
How did you come up with the leg brace?
I had to. I was playing football at North Texas State University. It was run down on a kickoff return or a kickoff, whatever it was. I was on the kickoff team, and the dude I was supposed to block, I hit him and he hit me, and as soon as that happened, my left knee just went down, and I just felt the pain. I was laying face down on the turf, and I was like, God dang, something ain't right. I tore my anterior cruciate ligament, and doctor looked at me, and he said, hey, man, your PCL is pretty strong. I don't think we need to replace it. We'll just rehab you, and you'll be good to go. I didn't know anything about no surgeries or no knee problems back in the day. I was a kid, 20 years old, playing football, bulletproof. You know the deal.
Right.
And so anyway, I came back the next year and started all 11 games at defensive end. And then I got into the business of pro wrestling. I was working on a freight dock, loading, unloading trucks, driving a forklift. Saw a commercial on TV, got in the business. Jacked up my knees several more times.
How does that go?
How does what go?
You just see a commercial and you go try out or something?
Well, I was living in Denton. That's 35 miles from Dallas. And so I would go down to the Sportatorium, which George Jones used to perform there. Right. All the people way back in the day, Elvis performed there. But that's where they used to wrestle at World Class Championship Wrestling. And I'd go down there, me and my buddies, drinking beer, throwing shit at the wrestlers, and having a good time. And I was driving a forklift. My scholarship ran out, and I was just working a regular job, manual labor. And one guy, gentleman, Chris Adams, came out with this commercial for a wrestling school. I said, man, that's my in right there. Remember I told you I couldn't be a musician. I had no music ability. So I followed pro wrestling since I was 7 or 8. And so I went down to school. And then after, going through the school for 5 months, had my first match. And, dude, I don't know how it is for you, like when you're trying to put beats together at a very young age, you're doing shit and you think it's good. And you think it's good, but when it really comes down to it, it ain't worth a shit. Well, when you're wrestling, you're green as hell, and so you got to learn the chops, learn the trade, and then all of a sudden with repetition, matches, you start getting better. Maybe kind of along the same lines as you. Anyway, so I finally got a break, but tore all the ligaments in my right knee, tore them all in my left knee, and so at first I just had that left knee brace, and then when I jacked up my right knee, I had to put on that second one.
Double.
It was at a pay-per-view in Minnesota, and the governor, Jesse Ventura, was a special referee of that match. And I remember when I walked out that night, it was the first night I'd ever walked out with 2 leg braces on. I thought, man, because I remember Bam Bam Terry Gordy used to wrestle with 2 leg braces on. I said, man, that looks like he's in pain. I wasn't in any pain. I just had real loose knees.
Right.
So I felt real self-conscious about it that night, but I worked through it, and then it was almost like it became a part of who and what I was.
Right.
The black vest, the black trunk. Yeah, I mean, I was like a machine.
Right.
And a whoop-ass machine. And so they were necessary. I didn't wear them for the looks. I wear them because I needed them to function. Right. And I was out in my yard next door just a couple years ago, and I turned in the grass, and my left knee just kind of separated like that, and I said, you know what? It's time to get this shit fixed. Right. So I had an ACL and PCL from cadaver ligaments grafted in and got the left one fixed. My PCL is still intact over here on my right knee. I don't have an ACL, so I'm not going to get it fixed because it's solid. But now, dude, in regular life, I don't need nothing. I'm not in any pain. But that's the story behind the leg braces.
Right. It's crazy.
But it worked for me. It ended up being part of the uniform, as I would call it. Let me ask you a question. Mm-hmm. We made a living out on the road.
Right.
You can sell some stuff on the internet with merch, this, that, or whatever, but as a touring act, that's where the money is.
Right.
So, man, you're getting paid on the house. If nobody shows up, you ain't making no money. And you probably ain't going to sell no T-shirts or caps or whatever. So how often are you on the road now? Because last time I talked, you and me was trying to hook up.
Right.
And you was over to Denmark or Brussels, Belgium.
Yeah,
we
were in some weird European places, a strange land.
So what's the touring schedule for you like? And do you like being on the road?
Oh, man. The road is a love-hate relationship.
Agreed.
Yeah, it's a love-hate. You love it sometimes, but then you're just like, sometimes, man, I just don't want to do it at all. But I'm going on tour tomorrow for a week. It's almost 2 weeks with Future. He invited me to a bunch of dates, which is awesome, and they're paying me a lot of money, which is awesome, and I get to expose myself to a whole new different, I wouldn't say different, same genre. A whole, a bunch of feature fans that maybe have never even heard of me.
Right.
Or just know one song. And I get to, show them what I'm really, made of. And so I do that for a week and a half, almost 2 weeks. And then I come back, I got a week. And then I think we go on actual tour after that, which for like 2 months. It's tough. Michael Jackson said it best. And he goes, how do you feel about touring? Oh, I hate touring. Can you say that back? But can you say that you love being on tour? And the guy behind the camera, and he said, "Oh, I love touring." And it's shit like that.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I love meeting new people. I love meeting my fans. I love playing my music for people. But it's just it's different. I should be in college right now. I should be studying for my midterms or something. But I'm just rocking, rolling.
Man, I always look at it like this. When I first started out in Dallas, and then they started booking me full time, and it was in the weekly territory in Tennessee. We worked the same towns over and over every single week. And then in WCW, it was United States. Then WWF, worldwide. Right. And everything's just one big circle.
Well, how long are you on the road out of the year in that business?
In many years, it was over 250.
Because like Raw and SmackDown and all that stuff is every week.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And you're only looking at 52 weeks in a year, so that's 52 shows, but you're working probably 2 or 3 days before that and a day behind it. So they're in the ring 5 nights a week, probably for the most part. But the thing about it is, when I would go on the road, going back to the love-hate thing, I loved it. And I always say you kind of turn into being a zombie. Right. Like you're in road mode. I mean, you're still a living, functioning human being. And, dude, back in the day, every night was a bottle of Crown for me.
Right.
Not every other night.
Every night.
That was the way I rolled.
Yeah, we love it.
That was the way I rolled, and I was a machine. And I was the first guy there and the last guy to leave, and I worked my ass off.
Like the Marines.
And so when sometimes you'd be out on the road so long, and it'd be like, man, I can't wait to get home. And I would get home, and you never really truly unpacked. So you got your suitcase by the washer and dryer. You throw the shit in, it's dirty. You keep the stuff in, it's clean, because you never really unpack because you're going back on the road.
Oh,
and I'm thinking, I need to get home because I want to hang out. And then I'm at home, and like a day and a half later, like I'm going crazy. I need to get back on the road.
Right.
So it's only in many respects, sometimes that's a place that really feels like home. But then you get tired of it, and you go home, and it's like, okay, I got a gut full of home. So it's like, again, it's that love-hate thing that you just said. I loved it. And like, because it was my life, and that was my passion. I love pro wrestling. But then when I got, had to leave because of my neck, then I got out of being, a zombie on the road. And it took me 3 years to come to grips with that. So now I'm like anti-travel. If I go do something to film something or whatever, that's one thing.
Right.
But just to jump around and go do things in different places, nah, dude, I'm a homebody.
And your sleep schedule is just stupid.
I didn't need sleep, dude. At 22 years of age, I can tell you something. You don't either. As long as you get 8 hours of sleep a week, you're good.
8 hours?
Yeah, whether you need it or not.
Just an hour a day, and then maybe you go.
I mean, how do you feel old? Dude, when I first got into business, I was 24, 25 years old, and, you're hanging out with a bunch of veterans. They've been in business 10, 15 years.
Right.
You're doing the same damn thing.
Well, yeah, I met Rick. He's a big vet. He loves you.
Tell this story.
He loves you, man. Here's the story. Wrestling ain't the same without you.
Here's the story. I told you how me and Post got hooked up. It's good seeing him sit across the table from me. And I get a text message from Ric Flair, Nature Boy Ric Flair, the greatest professional. There you go.
Yes,
the
sir.
Greatest pro wrestler in the history of the business. And he goes, "Hey, Steve, what are you doing?" "I'm hanging with the postman." And I'm like, who the hell is he talking about, the postman? And I said, "Who's the postman?" He goes, "The rapper." And I'm like, because we had just talked a week earlier. And I said, I know Post Malone, or I haven't met him yet, but I know Post Malone. And finally, my wife said, "What's going on?" I said, "I don't know. Flair's hanging with some guy called the postman." And then he called me, and he goes, "No caller ID."
Right.
I never answer calls
Yeah,
that are no caller ID,
right.
but I knew it was Flair because we were texting. So I said, "All right, man, let me pick his son bitch up." yo, Steve. And he the whole Ric Flair thing. Right. He goes, here's a postman. I hate when people hand the phone off.
Oh, yeah, we love it.
Because all of a sudden you're talking with,
you don't know who it is.
I was like, oh, okay.
I tell you what, he still goes crazy. He's a good guy, man.
Oh, man, Flair's the best.
He's the wild man.
You talk about, I don't think a guy's ever met a stranger. I mean, he's a people person. He was one, well, I think he's the greatest of all time.
Right. I mean, they just voted him the swaggiest of all time, swaggiest athlete of all time.
Man, I don't know if Flair, well, he's the greatest of all time. Yeah. Man, I tell you what, man, they call him the nature boy.
Woo!
Was he doing that at the bar?
This is walk. He's killer, man.
Hey, tell me this: when you go on tour here, after you get back off the one you're going on tomorrow, will you be headlining that?
No, that's what I'm opening up for Future.
Okay.
So, Future's here. He's doing stadiums or like arenas and stuff. So I have a 30-minute set, but I'm just blessed that he invited me.
Hey, tell me about your stage show, because I'm not going to drop any names, but a lot of stuff I see today that not rap related, but kind of pop. The people that are in pop now and 10 years ago, dude, if they didn't have a dance routine, they wouldn't have an act. And are you lip syncing?
No, not any. So a big thing in hip hop is that a rapper will play the MP3 of their song.
Yep.
And their mic will be on and they'll just rap to it.
Right.
But I didn't really want to do that. So I just have like the 2-track, which is the beat, and then I have my harmonies on there, and then I sing the leads throughout the whole thing.
Right.
So, and I think that's really it really connects the audience, so you can mess up. It brings an element of being human in there instead of just you could stop and just breathe for a minute and do whatever you want. So I just wanted to, make it really relatable and really human, and we're all just people turning up and having a good time.
But what I like to see, or what I like to hear, because man, when I'm listening to music, I like to feel the music.
Right.
I don't just want to look at it. But so many people, I mean, if it wasn't for a dance routine, they wouldn't have an act.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, come on.
It's crazy. No, it's important to have a good, if you can't sing your songs the same way you do on the record, it's just not good. But so many people get away with it because, they have pyrotechnics and flying spaceships in the background, big old monitor. But I really like to keep my stuff really super simple. For this tour, we're gonna have. I designed my set kind of like a roadhouse, so it has the swinging doors on the side. It's super cool, and I think we're gonna have like a super very baller VIP section to where it's just a round table with bar stools where fans can sit there and watch the show from side stage and just be a part of the scenery and the humanism of it. And I'm going to play some guitar. I'm going to sit down and do some acoustic stuff on this. And it's just going to be super cool. I don't want to overproduce it. I really just want it to be me and the music. Plus, not to mention, I'm not super baller yet. I can't have a flying UFO bring me on stage and just with smoke and just fly down like that. Yeah. But it'll come. But I need to make sure that it's actually me up there and it's actually.
How does the acoustic stuff with just you and the guitar get over?
Good stuff. I was really surprised because we kind of did it with Go Flex, but we kind of merged it. We really wanted to merge it and make something that we call it trap folk, and no one's ever really done that type of stuff. And it went over really well.
Explain that, trap folk.
So I'm really into folk. I got my Bob Dylan. I got all that good stuff. Just gentlemen sitting down with a nice guitar and just singing their heart out. But then we put some 808s over it, some big hip hop drums, and it just hits and sounds good.
What's an 808?
Boom, the big old rapper bass. We love it. It's just it shakes your speakers, shakes your whole earth. And
when you're on the road,
making something new.
When you're on the road with like a Future or someone else, and they're going headline,
right?
You got your session. Are y'all hanging before? Is it, hey man, you stay out of my space until I do my thing?
I mean,
what's protocol?
It depends. I don't care. If someone, all my, like last tour I went on, we had Larry June opening, and we hung out like every day, and we just had some drinks and turned up and got ready for the show. Because that's what it is. Really, for me, I wake up 2 hours before the show. I'm still in my underwear. I'm pounding beers, doing beer bongs, and then I get dressed 10 minutes before the show, and then I go on. So it's really super open. I still get nervous, super nervous. Like, really? I'm very shy. I can't perform unless I've had a couple of beers. I'm very, very, very shy. Like, I'm very reclusive and very just like, I'm not the same, and it's going out in front of 2,000 people is hard. I know you understand going out in front of 20, and it's tough. It never gets easier either. You always walk out, you get them butterflies.
But how do you feel once you get out there, man? You got that great response,
right?
And everybody's in the groove that you're singing, and
right?
They're digging what you're doing. I
right.
mean, now, then do you just like swell up and like, hey man,
yeah,
I got these guys.
Yeah, that's the good stuff. So usually there'll be everybody's vibing, but especially on like a ticket where I'm not headlining, they didn't come there just to see me. You have to find those super fans that really did come here just to see you, and they're turning up, and then you look at them and sing the whole song with them, and that'll give you the motivation to just rock and roll, and you give them a show that they'll never forget.
Let me ask you, man, you talk about being on a bill where maybe they came to see the headliner,
right? And
you're an opener, and yeah, there's fans of yours out there,
right?
But some of them have never heard of you,
right?
Or aren't a fan, and you don't get the response that you think you're going to get.
Right.
And I'll draw a parallel. Many times I went out there as the new kid in town and new kid in the territory, and man, I make my entrance, and I'd hand a guy a cassette tape. Hey man, could you play this on my way out? Because everybody got to have entrance music.
Right.
Back here in Tennessee, the guy says, you can't have no entrance music. You just got here.
Right.
And I was like, well, I'd appreciate if you'd play it. Cause, dude, I had nothing.
Right.
I sucked in the ring. I was very green. At least I wanted some cool Van Halen
right.
music that I could make an entrance to. If I don't get them with what I do in the ring, at least I had a cool
right.
entrance song. And so, you go out there and it's crickets. Right. And you talk about, I was a shy kid growing up as well. And all of a sudden you go out there and you don't hear nothing.
Right.
In the form of appreciation, you
right.
can't grab them with the match. I mean, it's very disconcerting to
right.
say the least.
Right.
You've been in those shoes maybe a few times, certainly probably not anymore with all of your success and explosion. But tell me about the informative days or even times now. Dude, I wrestle in Chevrolet parking lots. I mean, Chevrolet dealerships I've wrestled
right.
in front of it, outdoor places where they got like 50 chairs, and you ain't got shit. Have you ever been there?
I mean, it's like starting out. I did here. I did a show at the Viper Room. I don't know how the hell I got it. I don't know what the hell happened, but there was 4 people there, and no one knew what the hell was going on. Who cares? Whatever. But it's it's just stuff you got to go through. Like if you can do that, then you can do anything. Especially like growing up too, I did little folk country acoustic sets at restaurants where no one would show up. I was in a band, no one would show up. It's just, if you can do that, then you can perform in front of anybody.
Here's one for you. You talking about Hank Sr.,
yeah.
You being a fan. Hank, god dang, he loved his pills and his whiskey and his beer and all that stuff.
He was a rapper.
Yeah.
He was a rapper of his days.
A lot of times he would no-show. What is your prep? You said you get up 2 hours later, you have a couple beers, you're ready to get on the show. Mm-hmm. Is that the normal everyday prep?
Yeah, that's really it. So on tour, especially on tour, I'll be on the bus. I'll get up. I'll probably be up till 5 a.m. The shows I go on at 10. So I'll go to bed at 5, wake up at 6. Start drinking with the boys, all the boys, the openers and all that stuff, and my DJ and my sound guy, and just have a couple beers, smoke some cigarettes, maybe hit a bar down the street or even at the venue. Go to the venue and drink the beer and then chill out for a little bit. When you look at the line building up, you say, wow, that's a big line. It's going to be a great show. I mean, all the shows now for this next tour are sold out, which is awesome. Last tour, I did not have an album out. I had like 6 songs that I was touring off of. It was wild. It was the most crazy thing. And, I just kept hoping that more people would show up. I was like, wow, I'm really a one-hit wonder. Like, White Iverson is the only good song I have. Right. But now that the album came out, pre-sales, not even real tickets are for sale yet. Just the pre-sales are all sold out. It's super awesome. And I'm just ready to party, man. It's just the same stuff every day, but you never know the outcome of the night. You never know what crazy shit you're going to see or what crazy fan is going to crowd surf, and it's just super cool, man.
You're listening to another classic episode of The Steve Austin Show, only on PodcastOne.
In that prep to get ready for the show, you ever cross the line to the point of no return where you're so jacked up, bombed, that you can't perform?
We love it. Yeah.
I know. Sometimes the crowd does not love it. What happens when you go too far before the show gets on because you just get caught in the party groove and all of a sudden it's time to go and you're a little hammered?
I've never thrown up at a show.
You've never thrown up, but
I've never
are you singing on key or you on time?
There's been some times where I'm just, especially it happens a lot out here because we do the observatory up in, what is that, Orange County?
Yeah, Santa Ana.
Yeah, Santa Ana, and we do that, and every time, man, hammered. Every time I walk out with no shoes, I don't care. It's just like, it's a super cool show. And last time, I almost fell 6 times. It was but that's the most fun show. And the fact is that even no matter, this is my life. I do this every day. So no matter what, I can throw down. I'll put on the mic. Even if I have no breath after the show, even if I pass out after the show, these people came out to see me. So as hammered as I am, I pray to God that they're all the same level hammered as me, and I'm going to sing my ass off. So I know you feel the same way. Did you drink a lot before the matches?
Oh, man, no, because it's so physical out there. A couple times I rode down the road with a good friend of mine, and we drank a 6-pack for a match, and then it's like, nah, you know what, that wasn't a good idea.
Right.
So, no, I stayed away from it. But, as soon as it was over, it was on.
Yeah.
And you got to remember sometimes when we start doing that beer drinking stuff, man, they keep throwing me that
How did
beers.
that start?
I can't even remember.
Yeah, how did that start?
And people say,
the beer guy and the dexterity.
I know, but I got to give a shout out to Sandman, who started it in ECW. Now, he was the one who was banging them off his head. I just clacked them together and started drinking them. So it wasn't to copy Sandman because he was the first guy that did it. And
right.
I don't know if some fan had one ringside and I started drinking it or how it was born. But all of a sudden, all I remember is catching a bunch of beers.
Right.
They would bring them.
Right.
And we would rotate through different beers. Coors Light, Bud Light,
right.
Miller Light. And then Busch Light, Natty Light.
Right.
And just because I didn't want to stick with one beer to give them too much pub.
Right.
And then Vince started the XFL, the old football league back in the day, and they were a Budweiser sponsor. And I wasn't a big Bud guy. I drank my share of Bud Light.
Got my Anheuser-Busch
but I wasn't a big
right here.
Budweiser, and I was like, God dang, this stuff's going down a little bit harsh. Bottom line is, by the time you get through busting your ass physically for 15 to 25 minutes, and then you start pouring beer down on an empty stomach after all that shit, I got a good buzz.
So you don't eat before the match?
No, man. I mean, we might have had a burger or something or a chicken breast on the way to the building.
I can't eat before. I feel so just lethargic and just like
yeah, I mean, you can't go out there with just cramming your face full of food. So you go out there pretty much ready to go. You're ready.
Right. You're hungry.
Yeah,
you're hungry. You're ready
like
to
an
rock.
athletic contest.
Yeah,
yes,
exactly.
So you go out there and you're pouring down all them beers, and so man, I always tell people towards the end of my career, man, I was drinking for a living and wrestling on the side because that's what it turned out to.
Right.
But it was fun. God dang, I was going to ask you, with as much touring as you're doing right now and all the obligations that you have, is there a special lady in your life? Are you able to have a relationship? Where are you on that spectrum at the young age that you are?
Yeah, man. I have a girlfriend named Ashlyn. We've been together for like 2 years. It's good stuff. It's good to have someone, that supports you. It's good. Traveling is hard. Life is hard. It's all hard to stay super. There's in the entertainment business, there's no perfect relationship at all. It's just a lot of work. It's just a lot of respect that you need to have. So we're just working on stuff. How about you?
Eloquently articulated by Post Malone.
Very, very eloquent.
You're talking about riding on the edge of a lightning bolt. Dude, I know what's up. It's tough.
It's hard, man.
Yeah.
There's a lot that...
Dude, I ain't got 3 divorces for no reason. You know what I'm saying?
That's very baller of you, though.
Yeah. So, been around the horn a few times.
Come on.
Yeah. You ever need some advice from a PhD guy?
We love
Give
it.
me a yell. Yeah. Goddamn, I better call Steve. I could probably answer
Steve,
none of your questions as far as music goes, but as far as anything else, I might be able to help a brother out.
We need it. I'm a little boy in this business, man.
What? Come on, man. You're a savvy veteran. Let me ask you a question. When is that second album going to drop?
Before the end of the year. It's hard because they got me running around the country and in Europe and everything crazy, but I have songs, and I honestly think this next album is going to be better than the first. The people are going to be like, wow, this is such a perfect album. He's perfect. He's so awesome. He's so handsome and very smart and very cool. How is this next album going to be cool? But I think this next album is going to be better than the first. And I'm really excited to put the music out, and it'll be out before the end of the year. God
dang, man, that's a confident statement. Because I love the first album, and it's got so many hundreds of millions. I do watch all the stuff on YouTube. I've got it right here on my phone, and I've been jamming to it. I mean, that was an awesome album.
Thank you.
So you're not worried about a sophomore slump. You feel that good about the new stuff.
I'm not worried at all. I'm not worried at all.
Is it the same vibe, or
it's? I think it's.
Can you tell me anything about it?
It's more. It's more experimental in the same way. So I mean, we got a lot of stuff. I played a lot of guitar on this album, but like I said, you put an 808, you put the hip hop in it, and it just hits in the same. Like we got Tommy Lee playing drums on a track, getting John Mayer to play guitar on a track. Just a lot of different stuff, but it will still resonate with the hip hop audience, but open it up to a whole new audience. So I think we can have a number one hit in hip hop, and I think we can have a number one hit in alternative, and I think we can just really just fuck it up, like just go crazy, I think it's going to be I think this next album, it's called Beer Bongs and Bentleys. Mm-hmm. I think it's going to be
and that's your handle on Twitter.
Yeah. It's going to be I think this is going to be a very important album. I think it's going to really shift, because there's a lot of people out there that are in the hip hop industry that want to be rockers. That want to, wear a band t-shirt that don't know the songs from the band. And I think it's important that if you really love the music, that you bring it in, but in your own way, but also in a way that your fans can relate to it.
So would you say, because your musical production or your efforts in the first album. You come from all over the place, but it is rooted in hip hop, right?
Essentially.
So the second album, you wouldn't. It's not experimental enough that you will alienate the hip hop crowd, and all of a sudden they're saying, "Hey, dude, we dug your first album.
Yeah, what the hell's going on?
You went this way on us.
Right.
What's up?"
Right. I think it's really, it paves a new way that really caters to my fans of the first album, but will cater to my fans that haven't listened to it yet. I have like on the last album even, there was a whole guitar, there was a whole track where it was just me sitting right here with a microphone and a guitar. No production, no nothing. It was just a song that I wrote and me and the guitar, and it went over super great. And it's just stuff like that I feel that if you bring the emotion and the personality and the swag that you have to another genre that people might, even in the hip hop industry, that people might not be open to, they'll listen to it because you actually have something relatable to say to the youth and to, the audience that listens to the most hardcore hip hop. You're still talking about, the everyday shit that you go through, but it's just on both sides. I think this album is really the perfect line that you could walk, and it's just bullseye.
You're listening to another classic episode of The Steve Austin Show, only on PodcastOne.
This is Steve Austin Unleashed.
So whose idea was it when you said that Tommy Lee and John Mayer, however you pronounce his name, I know you're talking about, played on this album? Whose idea was it to reach out to those two individuals?
Well, Tommy Lee, I love Motley Crue growing up.
Me too. That's the first concert I ever went to.
My dad put me on Motley Crue at a very young age. So it's like, my homie Andrew Watt, who I sat down and wrote some of the guitar stuff with, incredible guitar player. He said, "Yo, I know Tommy Lee. Like, let's go over to his house. Let's go." And I said, "Hell, fucking yeah." We go over to his house. He has this awesome pad, awesome studio, everything. And then me and Lou, which is Ben's brother, he helps write and produce a lot of the stuff. And we just made this awesome song. I played guitar on it, and then it's very calm. And then we cut out for like 2 bars, and then Tommy just comes in crazy. And I was like, dude, this is awesome. Tommy Lee is playing drums on one of them, and Tommy Lee became a very good friend of mine. And then recently we just did a show. So John Mayer put out a tweet, and he was like, "So people never told me that Post Malone was awesome. Like, he's super sick, like all that stuff." And then I came out. We did the Forum in LA, and we did Congratulations together. Yeah. Me and John Mayer was super sick, and Tommy Lee played drums, and it was super sick. So it's just like people that understand hip hop and people that understand rock and roll can all come together and realize that it's not a genre anymore. It's just music at this point, Super sick.
What's next?
I don't know. It's tough. It's tough. I just want to put out this album. I'm really excited, and people have been waiting for it for a long time, and my label's been waiting for it, but they got me running around, so I just want to... I really think, dude, it's going to blow minds. And I think that this next tour is just going to go crazy. And then after that, we'll do some arenas and stuff.
You got a chance to, we have the opportunity to come together here in my house and shoot the breeze. And, hell, I'm surprised you know who I was. And, man, I started following you as soon as I found out about you. It was like I'd be blown away. So we're just shooting the breeze on a podcast. But with all the obligations to get the word out, the promotion, to talk about the concerts, to talk about the records,
right,
to talk about all that stuff, how are you with that? Like I said, I've seen you, with Peter Rosenberg and all
Right.
those things. You dig going to the places and talking to people, or is it like just a necessary evil, things that you must do, or you enjoy the process once you get started? What's your flow on that?
That's a great question. It really depends. It depends on if I know the person and if the person is, or even has a personality and is not just a play button behind a radio station. Like this is a dream come true for me doing this. Peter Rosenberg, such a smart guy, knows music, such a sweet guy. That was incredible to do. It just depends, man, because a lot of people ask me the same questions over and over again, and I'm sitting there playing Xbox, and then they say, "Wow, you gotta leave in 2 hours to go do some radio interview in wherever," and then we gotta go do it, and I gotta act like I'm surprised by these same questions. I love people, and these people are completely different off the air. No, I wouldn't say that. These people act differently off air than they do on air, and everybody has been super kind and super cool. But the same questions suck. You don't want to answer, right. Dave Grohl said it best. You're going to all these interviews, answering these questions, and you try to give them a different answer every time. Right. But it's just sometimes you're just like, man, I don't know, whatever. I'll give you the same answer I gave the last guy. They can find it either way.
God dang, dude, I've been through so many damn interviews.
Yeah, man, I believe it.
Hey, man, tell the story about how you came up with the name for Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Tell the story about the leg brace.
Dude, no, the leg brace story, because people don't know.
Right.
College.
Right.
And dude, I mean, a couple of times I blew that knee out working with a guy you've never heard of, but who should be in the Hall of Fame, superstar Bill Dundee in Tennessee. And working with him. And dude, back in the day, as probably it was for you when you were coming up, dude, if you didn't work, you weren't going to make no money. So you just didn't have the money to go to a doctor. You didn't have no insurance. So you taped up your friggin' leg.
It's like
and
the
you went
wrestler.
out there and worked. So, I mean, there's a story behind those leg braces. Not everybody gets to hear them, right, because no one really asked me that.
Right.
But I've told that story about how I got that damn name so many times. It's like, if you don't know it by now,
right?
Exactly. I'm getting tired of telling it.
Exactly.
So
if you don't know by now, you don't care.
And here's the thing, dude. At 22 years of age, you're gonna be answering the same shit
right,
for a long time.
Exactly. I mean, man, people just want to feel like they're doing something new, but I mean, it's all there. If you want to go to Wikipedia, you'll see all that stuff.
Wikipedia is always a good place to start. But if you stick to Wikipedia, you can go read Wikipedia. You and me might as well not talk.
Right.
But when I did read Wikipedia about you, it said that your vocal style was described as laconic. I don't know what the fuck laconic means. Can you explain it to me? I have no clue
what laconic means. But they also said on my Wikipedia that I played like AAA volleyball, and I never played a game of volleyball in my life.
I could see you playing beach volleyball.
Come on, baby. Yeah,
digging one out.
Yeah.
Ben, can you tell me what laconic means?
I have no idea.
I got a computer in front of me.
Yeah,
it's
worth a Google. It's worth a Google.
You looked up my rapper name, so hey, give me my rapper name while I look up laconic.
Let's see what these Rich Stevie Power Slab, a.k.a. Yo Fist.
Hey, man, if you want to collaborate with me, Post, just have your people call my people. No, listen, we can get weird right here.
How much is a feature?
No, dude, for you, nothing. Nothing.
Damn.
Nothing. That's how I roll.
But for a new feature for strange people out there, it's gonna be $150,000. I'm Rich Stevie's manager, so just
thank you very much. Hey, a laconic is of a person's speech or style of writing using very few words.
Hey, that's not right. I have there's a lot of words in my songs.
I don't understand that.
Tell him
How could it be laconic? Because if it was too laconic, you'd be up there humming or it'd be an instrumental. I do not know what has happened.
It's super laconic.
Ben, there's been a malfunction.
Ben's name is Young Laconic. That's his rapper name.
I want to call who's the dude that wrote that dictionary? Webster. I want to call Webster up. I'm not talking to my assistant. Siri, call Webster and Wikipedia. Tell them to change the definition of laconic to an awe-inspiring lyric provided by an amazing young artist.
Okay, Steve.
Here's one for you. I was driving home. Cancel that, Siri. I'm just messing with you. Dude, I was driving home yesterday. I'm filming my show right now, Broker's Go Challenge, right? And so I live out on set because it's too far to drive back and forth.
Where's it at?
You know, like if you go to 405 North. Texas. Yes. That ain't Texas. It's 50 miles out here. Like you're going to Palmdale.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know if you've ever been out there.
I think that's where we shot the video.
Well, it's out there by the Vasquez Rocks.
Ah, yes.
Okay.
Ah, yes.
You know the Vasquez Rocks. Everybody knows where the Vasquez Rocks are. Anyway, it's 50 miles from here. So I live out there on location. Right. And so like tomorrow, I'll drive out there tomorrow afternoon to get ready for Monday's competitors, and I come back on Friday afternoon. So I was driving back yesterday, and, you know, dude, I got my headphones in, and you ain't supposed to text while you're driving. I can't stand, one of my pet peeves posts is people texting while they're driving.
I can't stand it whenever they do it in my car. So I'm sitting there in the passenger seat, and they're texting, driving, and driving my car.
I'll say,
hey, do it in your goddamn car.
Yeah, I'll say, hey, no, you ain't doing that while I'm riding shotgun.
Yeah.
So, or riding in the back, so whatever the case is, or if I'm in the back of the pickup bed. But I was driving home yesterday, so I just hit Siri. I said, Siri, tell my absolutely beautiful wifey, she's the one to program my phone, that I am at the corner that I live at right over here. I'm not going to mention the name. And she says, okay, ready to send? I said, yes. I didn't check it because I just trusted that Siri had the right phone number. All of a sudden, I got a text message about 20 minutes later from a guy that's in the wrestling business named Marty the Moth and Lucha Underground. And he goes, glad to hear it, Steve, but I won't be there. Martin Casals. He's from Tough Enough. And I was like, God dang, how did you get my absolutely beautiful wifey mixed up with Martin Casals? Do I got a speech impediment?
Right.
Did I stutter?
Right.
What did I fuck up?
It's
Dude, so now I'm sending, and it says, I'll show you the text message. When I send a dude a text message that says my absolutely beautiful wifey, there's a major malfunction. Shit.
Siri sees through it all. She sees through the machismo.
Look right underneath that thumb. Read that shit.
I am.
I said it, God. So when I'm sending a dude this kind of text message,
that's what he gets.
Homie, don't play that shit.
He sends you the winky face. He said, all right, Stevie, I'll see you soon, baby boo.
I gotta get Siri a hearing aid.
Yeah, no, she needs one. She definitely needs one. But she's on all the time.
Dude, I got this brand new iPhone 7 Plus, and I was sitting there. No, I'm not trying to impress you. Yesterday I was talking.
Well, I got an iPhone 4 over here.
Yeah, but you got a Rolls Royce.
I don't have a house, but I have a Rolls Royce.
I'm going to lose something here. I'm losing big time to the man with the Rolls. I was talking to a guy last night about a T-shirt, and all of a sudden Siri hangs up on him and just starts playing my damn music.
Oh, yeah.
I call him back. She cuts me off again. I'm like, man, I just got this brand new sumbitch. And now it's all about downloading the new software. I don't get it, dude.
Siri is a spy for the U.S. government. That's all she is. That's all she's worth.
Dude, I don't know, but I think sometimes that I'm not able to articulate my phrases enough. And like I'll tell her to give me the directions to like Woodland Hills, and then she send me somewhere in like South Africa.
Yeah, she'll have no.
I'm like, come on, man, really? Do I talk that bad? You've been able to understand almost everything I've said.
Yeah.
Or at least you shake your head and just give me some good answers.
I got it.
If you ain't hearing what I'm saying, you got some great answers.
Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate you. I'm good at improv.
Hey, man, so a couple more questions to wrap it up. I know you got shit to do. I'm taking my wife out tonight. Tonight's my cheat meal. I will have whiskey tonight.
Yes, sir.
I'll finish this beer with you, but I'm having whiskey tonight.
Yeah, I know you've been babysitting. What a wiener.
God dang, dude.
Everybody, I just want
to kick. Once I make up my mind, Post, I got to do it. I
feel it.
I got to get
that's
there, brother.
Very good determination.
And what was I going to ask you?
Cheers.
We out here in L.A., you get a chance to do a lot of interviews on television, but have you considered getting into the acting business or anything like that? Because you know what? Everybody that sings wants to act.
Right.
Everybody that acts wants to sing.
Right.
There's that crossover.
Right.
So
Yeah.
where do you fly on this?
I'm not cute enough to act.
Don't be so hard on yourself.
You think I'm cute?
I ain't saying that. Homie, don't play that shit.
I'm not going to be there, Steve. Sorry.
I'm kidding
Winky
you.
face. It's just like...
Dude, look at this face. This is a mug of, I've been in a couple movies, so I mean, if I can do it,
Right.
You got a head full of hair, you
Right.
can do it.
Right. I mean, it's just, I have a neck tattoo. I have hand tattoo. It's hard. They can cover it all
There are
with,
plenty of guys
they can
out
cover
there
it all
with
with
tats
makeup.
on.
I think that instead of acting, I would rather do like a interview series or something like that, to where I could be myself and not play a role.
Yep.
And to where I could just have cool guests and cool, topics and everything like that. So where I could still have all my tattoos and still look like.
But you want to be
like
Post
a goat.
Malone.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to
I
be.
just want to be Steve Austin.
Yeah, and I mean, unless they want to put me in like a movie where I'm like a cartel homie and they shoot me. I've always dreamed of dying on a TV show or a movie. Like I just get shot.
Yep.
I feel like I have a great death, and I've been practicing a lot in the mirror. So I feel like if I get shot in a movie, I'd know what to do. That's important to me.
You practice your death scene in front of a mirror?
It's rehearsed. I know what I'm gonna do. I know the choking and the.
But you always got to have those last words. It's like that old Western. It's like the dude laying there, dude just got his gut shot. He may shot him in his leg and under his armpit, he's bleeding out. Give my fortune to little Johnny.
Not little Johnny.
Yeah, fuck that. Gotta give it little Johnny. Who would you give it to?
Yeah, I'll give it to little Timmy.
Oh, Timmy.
Yeah, man, not Johnny. He's a douche.
Give my. Now watch this. This is completely off the cuff. This is. I didn't even go to Groundlands.
We need
shit.
video
Watch
of
it. Watch
this.
it. Listen. I just got gut shot, riddled with bullets.
Okay. Yeah, good stuff.
Drive by. We're on the streets of Los Angeles. Feasibly, this could happen.
Good stuff.
Listen, Kristen, that's my wife. Kristen, give my Bronco to Post Malone.
Yes. We love it. This is Triple A.
Steven Spielberg, George Lucas, you want to call brother up and do a movie? I'm your guy. Yeah.
You just tell him put some like face tats, and you could be like the hardest hitman in the game.
No, man, I got two tats. I got a skull on my leg, and I got a cow skull and a Texas on outside that leg. That's all I need, dude.
I got a big cow skull on my neck. I just need to get it filled.
So when you decided on the cow skull on the neck, which I dig, what made you decide to do that?
I don't know. I figured what's a better representation of Texas?
But you from New York,
right? But see, I figured
you got a New York reference on you.
Yeah, I got a. I'm from Syracuse. I got a Saltine Indian on my leg. I got New York over here, Dallas over here. I'm about to get my Yankees logo. But I figure I got the Texas flag right here with the Stone Cold skull. I got Stevie Ray Vaughan, everything. But I figure like the first place where you done drugs, that's where you're really grown up and you figured out what you wanted to do. You're a full grown adult. So I figured I grew up in Texas. The only thing I did really in Syracuse is play video games and tried to snowboard in my front lawn, which didn't really work very well.
Hold that thought. I got two more questions for you. I'm going to go ahead and record the story. Ben, you're a Post's manager, right? Okay.
Exactly.
So Ben asked me a question
Executive
about Steve
assistant.
Williams. So anyway, because I've told this story many times, but I'm going to record it for posterity's sake, and I need more time on the podcast. We're going to wrap this thing up. I got another question for Post. So anyway, I started off as Steve Williams. I went to Tennessee, and Dutch Mantell, the booker who's running the show, making the matches, didn't even know I was coming into town. The owner didn't tell him. I show up at the Mid-South Coliseum in Tennessee and Memphis, and all of a sudden he goes, well, what's your name? I said, Steve Williams. He goes, you can't be that here. I said, why not? Because of Dr. Death. He goes, you got 15 minutes to come up with a name. Dude, when you're forced to come up with a new name in 15 minutes, it's going to affect the rest of your future. It's kind of hard, right?
A rap name generator.
Right. Yeah, I ain't got no rap name generator. I didn't have a wrestler name generator.
What do you mean, AKA Yo Fist?
Yeah, Yo Fist. So he says, okay. He comes back and he goes, what'd you come up with? I said, nothing. He goes, you got 5 minutes. He comes back in 5 minutes. He goes, what do you got? I said, nothing. He goes, okay, you're Steve Austin. So then he called me Stunning Steve Austin. I turned into a bad guy.
Because you're from Austin?
Yeah. No. Yeah, he thought Austin in Texas would be kind of cool
Right.
because I was from Texas. That was his thinking. And it was just a fluke that I was born there. So anyway, I didn't want to be Steve Austin because he was a $6 million man way back in the day, and I don't want to jack his gimmick, right? Yo Fist. And so, anyway, I was Steve Austin, Stunning Steve Austin. And then when WWF hired me from ECW, they wanted to call me the ringmaster because they always like to change your gimmick. And so, man, I went in as a ringmaster for 6 months, and it sucked ass. I mean, that was a horrible gimmick, but it gave me a foot in the door. And then I came up with the Stone Cold thing, and that's how Stone Cold Steve Austin was born. And so I got away from Stunning, kept the Steve Austin.
Was ECW?
That was USWA. Yeah, it was no, but see, you're a lot younger.
I'm older. I got 11 years. I'm 33.
Yeah, but you're still a youngster.
Yeah.
But that's all that happened. But anyway, as I was out taking care of business and Post was taking care of business, there's one other question. I'm sitting across the table from you. You guys are the only human beings I've ever let smoke in this house.
Well, I appreciate you.
What
Thank
a
you
damn
so
honor.
much, man.
I'm over getting secondhand smoke, dude. If I check in with a positive checkout,
I got a dip, too.
I'm coming for you. I'm kidding you. Hey, Post, I'm a watch guy.
Yes, sir.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is that a diamond encrusted Patek Philippe on your wrist?
I didn't know you was a watch guy.
Dude, are you kidding me? I'm Mr. Watch Guy. Am I correct?
This is the good stuff. This is just, I traded in my Rolex and my Audemars for this joint. It's good stuff. I'll take you out.
What is that?
It's Nautilus.
Nautilus.
Yeah, Patek Philippe Nautilus. Yeah.
But it's in the shape of a Patek Philippe.
Yeah. No, it's a Patek Philippe.
Oh, so I'm right.
Yeah.
I'm correct.
Yeah, you're very correct.
I got a good eye, don't I?
Fix his glasses.
All these damn jewels on here, but I
Good
see,
stuff.
yeah.
Let's put some light on it.
All
Let's
the
see if it
bling.
looks fucking super baller stuff, man. It's good stuff. I traded that watch cost more than my life.
That is definitely some bling, mister.
It's good stuff.
That's
man.
awesome. No, it's awesome. It's beautiful. But I love watches. I'm a fanatic for watches, so I just noticed it. I said, man, that dude's he's rocking a Patek.
I did. That's very sharp eye. A lot of people think that it's an Audemars, and I used to have the stainless steel Audemars.
Yeah, it's great.
Diamonds like that. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's the offshore royal oak. But this is the you can't get really much better than the Patek.
Yeah.
I mean that if I had enough money to get the all rose gold, it'd be $100,000 off rip.
Right.
But I had to get the rose gold stainless, but I covered it in diamonds anyway. Because you can rock it with silver and you can rock it with gold. It matches with everything.
The Audemars offshore, maybe a little more rugged.
It's definitely way more. It's way bigger. It's way chunkier. And it has that rubber ring around the bezel so
This
you
looks
can
good
just
on
knock
you.
it around.
You ever get in a bind, this watch can get you out of a bind.
Oh, yeah. It's good stuff.
Or It could get you held up.
Exactly. Not me though. Come on. I hope someone comes and tries it. Yeah, you can have it. Come on, buddy. I'll go into my trunk. I'll get you the paperwork, buddy. Here's the paperwork right here, buddy.
That's a beautiful watch. I just wanted to know I saw it. I got a thing for time and watches.
What do you got on right now?
This right here is a watch that we actually used in a movie, and it's not a fancy brand, but it's a respected brand called Kobold. Made in Pittsburgh.
It's heavy.
And it's got my Broken Skull logo on it.
That's badass.
I did a low-budget movie in Vancouver, and in the movie, Eric Roberts gave me that watch, and we had 6 of them made. 2 of the other producers have a few of them. I brought 2 of them, and so that's one of 6.
It's a badass watch.
Dude, it's just basic. Basically, it's a Kobold Arctic Diver, and that's about a $4,500 watch. So it's not expensive. It's just cool. High legibility. With my eyes these days, you see I'm rocking my glasses on top of my damn dome. High legibility. That's what I'm about.
Right, we love it. I seen the font on your text messages. Big.
Oh, Post getting all buzzed up. He's starting to bust my chops now. Hey, when I saw you come in those cowboy boots down the sidewalk, first of all I said, "Hey man, there's something that's taller than it looks on TV." And you said those are Lucchese's. Now, back in my day, if you had a pair of Tony Lamas, you was this shit.
Tony Lamas,
but you got to have Lucchese's these days.
Lucchese's rocking. I just got you know Stallion?
Who?
Stallion. It's the brand Stallion.
No.
They make boots. So you know Boot Star, right? On Sunset Boulevard.
Okay.
Or, what is it? It's Sunset. Yeah, it's on Sunset, right next to Pink Dot. I got a custom pair made there. They're pink suede Nile crocodile boots, and I get them on Wednesday, and I'm so excited.
Hey, will you send me a picture?
Yeah.
Here's the thing: I've hunted in the Nile River on many occasions, and I've never seen a pink crocodile.
I guess.
Where did they find this creature?
It's very rare. It's very rare. You can only find it on the second Tuesday of every eclipse, of every moon eclipse.
You're so full of shit.
That's when they come out and play. That's where they come out and do crocodile
Dude,
shit.
those are going to be loud. They better be super dope.
Very, very, very loud.
I'm going to read this to you. Here's the back of the watch Post. Made especially for Stone Cold Steve Austin, special edition, 1 of 6. Now, see, now, that SPECIAL. Now all I got to do is get that motherfucking crusted in diamonds.
Very baller. Yes, sir. I'll take you to the right guy. He'll hook you up VVS free.
You talking diamonds on me.
Now we'll go crazy.
I didn't give away enough diamonds, and I'm a diamond expert too.
Yeah, come on.
Hey.
Ric Flair will tell you. Ric Flair will tell you. He said,
You know
I
what?
spent more money on spilled liquor this whole world around. Woo! He'll tell you.
You know, one business that always intrigued me was pawn shops.
Yeah.
You can find something for everything in pawn shops,
man.
you know, because I've been to my share.
That's where I get all my samurai swords.
Is it?
No.
You collect them?
No, I love swords, but I don't have any pawn shop samurai
Hey, man,
swords.
before we wrap this endeavor up, anything you want to plug, promote, talk about the album, social media? Are you on Instagram? I know you're on Twitter.
Instagram. My girlfriend doesn't let me get on it, but I post a picture on Twitter, and
How come she won't let you get on it?
I don't know. She doesn't want me to be a bad boy because I'm a sex icon, so she can't really, sometimes she can't handle it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, it's whatever. I only got 2 buttons buttoned on my shirt, so you can already tell that I'm a bad boy. Yeah, man, just check out Stoney. Buy Stoney if you don't have it. Check out Beer Bongs and Bentleys when it's come out. Let's get weird. Let's go. Let's rock.
Post Malone, this podcast has been on the fly. What I'm going to do, I'm going to drop this thing on Tuesday and Thursday. I'm going to come in on the same week. It's going to be Post Malone week on the Steve Austin
Come on.
Show. You dig that?
We love it.
We love it. We got weird. I was unprepared, but for just two dudes, 2 cats shooting a breeze, I had a blast.
Yeah, I had a great time, man.
When I get my place all set up over here, bring your guitar, and I will get back on the whiskey, and we will have a drinking and jamming session. How you like that?
Let's go. You play drums or bass.
I'll try.
Country bass is easy. It's boom, 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 boom. You can do that all day.
Hey, man, you ever hear a band out of Texas, my 3 boys out of San Angelo, Los Lonely Boys? Have you ever heard of them?
Take me from this prison. Lord, help me get free.
Damn.
Hard. 'Cause only... That's the best song of my whole life.
Heaven.
That's the best song
Yeah.
ever. That's the best song
Henry's a
ever
guitar
written.
playing son of a bitch.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I believe it.
Yeah, those are my
Where they from?
boys. San Angelo.
Here. Out here?
No, San Angelo, Texas.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
So,
They're incredible.
yeah.
Incredible.
I was talking to Henry the other day, and I said, man, dude, why don't you put out no more albums? And he goes, man, people don't really sell albums anymore. I'm like, dude, I don't know what you're talking about. People sell albums all the time.
Right.
So I don't know what they was up to. But anyway, I wish them all the best. They're real good friends of mine. We got your Instagram covered. We got Twitter covered. What's the name of the first album? Stony? Stony's the first album, and Beer Bongs and Bentleys, which is your Twitter handle.
Yes,
is going to
sir.
be the name of the second album. How long did it come up? How long did it take for you to come up with the name Beer Bongs and Bentleys? Because goddamn, that's an instant classic.
It took me about one beer bong. I figured, I'm a man of simple taste. So I wanted to make something. Like I said, I got the Luke Casey's on, I got some Levi's, and I got a beer delivery shirt. But, other times we might have the Gucci 3-piece. So, I mean, it's just the best of both worlds. Like, I never had money growing up. So it's that same simple life, but at the same time you get the baller lifestyle. So I just figured it's the best way to describe me.
While you're doing that baller lifestyle, don't forget to portion off a little bit for Uncle Sam, because he's going to come once a year.
He comes very...
If you don't take care of Uncle Sam, he's going to come get you.
Yeah, he comes very hard every
Me
year.
being a wily, grizzled veteran, giving you some
He's there
heartfelt
every time I
advice.
turn around. He's pointing right there at me. Uncle Sam wants you, buddy.
Hundreds of millions of downloads on YouTube. God dang, what a cool sound he's got. Post Malone sitting here at 317 Gimmick Street, drinking his beer, and he's going to get in a Rolls Royce and ride off in the sunset, and I'm taking my wife out to dinner. I'm going to have a glass of whiskey and a cheeseburger.
Yes, sir.
You're talking about the
Goddamn
simple
right.
things in life.
They're going to In-N-Out, ladies and gentlemen.
No, fuck in and out. I'm
Exactly.
going.
You want the water burger.
Oh, yeah,
you want that water burger.
I'm going to
Yes,
have one
sir.
flown in on a Lear. That's Steve Austin. I'm with Post Malone.
Yes,
Best of luck
sir.
to you.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you for joining us for another classic episode of The Steve Austin Show. Please leave a rating and review on Apple Podcasts and tell your friends. For more Steve Austin Show, go to PodcastOne.com. That's PodcastOne.com.
All month long on Pluto TV, stream the biggest Tyler Perry movies free. Watch your favorites like Medea's Witness Protection and Medea's Big Happy Family. Join Tyler Perry as he goes on a couples retreat with Sharon Leal in Why Did I Get Married? Or Idris Elba and Gabrielle Union in the Tyler Perry directed film Daddy's Little Girls. Plus, Pluto TV has hundreds of channels with thousands more movies and TV shows. Available on live and on demand. Download the free Pluto TV app on all your favorite devices and start streaming now. Pluto TV. Drop in, watch free.
Yo, what's up, guys? This is NBA champion Bobby Portis of the Milwaukee Bucks.
Bobby Portis in the Bucks. Inside, Portis for the slam.
Here with my brand new podcast, Keep It a Buck. Each week, me, AB, and Barrette.
It's your boy Blessed Up AB, man.
They call me Baby Tay, they call me Red Tay, they call me Barrette.
We'll be talking to special guests from fellow athletes, celebrities, and friends from all walks of life. And you know we'll keep it a buck. So you saying you better than J. Cole?
I will cook J. Cole.
J. Cole, nice though.
My floater is Hall of
Not knocking
Fame.
your game.
They got to watch it, guys like Chris Middleton and Giannis. Like watching these guys like 300 makes a day.
Not, and I'm not talking about just shots.
Makes.
It just ain't gonna come just because you dreaming about it. You gotta actually make it into a reality. You gotta speak it into existence. You gotta make your daily deposits every day.
Lunch meat.
Download new episodes of Keep It a Buck every Thursday. Coming soon on Podcast One or wherever you get your favorite podcasts. Keep it a buck. Peace.